My bad. I didn't mean to turn it to let's turn it on 5. See how that works. Hello, y'all. Today is the first uh podcast video. Trying to find Twitch. I am here with my friends. Uh, one of them you might know from like another video I tagged in, and another one who might be joining later, named Luftwafle, and another friend. Both are. I have 3 friends joining. 2 of them are already in here. The other one's is going to be joining later. But 2 of them are Luft and another guy are streamer friends, and we're just doing a podcast. And yeah, I might as well head to the Discord call now. All right, I got
What's
him on.
up?
Waffle, you there?
Yeah.
All right. Waffle, if you look in the chat, my Discord chat,
Mm.
you can see what the topics we'll be talking about.
Look at the top. Of your actual chat?
Yeah, in this Discord.
All right. Well, I can't find my mask, so this is what
You're
we getting.
cooked. You're actually chopped.
Just use a shirt.
Hold
No, that's uncomfortable as fuck.
Oh,
on. Loki
okay.
got a point, kind of.
If you're like me, you can tough out through the pain.
Bruh. There's a
I was raised like that. You can't blame me.
pain.
For an hour, bro?
I mean, yeah. Or hell, let's rock dog it like me. Other than the glasses.
No, see, because that's my entire thing with my channel. I don't show my face.
I'm about to.
It's either no webcam or mask. Or just mask. And apparently that mask is dead.
Where would you last put it?
On my desk.
Is it on your desk?
No.
I guess.
I'm afraid I might have thrown it away on accident. Ah, whatever. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm back.
I'll go back.
Alright, when y'all are ready, we can start it. And Waffle, did you see what we're looking or doing?
I couldn't find it.
If you go to my chat and you go to like right under announcements, I
No, I
sent
know where
it.
chat is. I don't know what we're talking about.
All right, then I'll just like say what we're doing then.
Yeah, you should do an introduction.
Yeah. Just so y'all know, this is my other streamer friend, Waffle. He does Twitch, and Waffle OneXshotT here is another streamer who does both YouTube and Twitch. And accepts Crook here. He's just a friend.
You know, for your stream on your OBS, you should change it from War Thunder to
Yeah,
just chatting.
I probably should do that. Or I'm actually end it because I can't change it like that. And it's not OBS.
You could change it while you stream.
It's Streamlabs.
You know, you can also send it to a specific screen catcher.
It'll probably be okay though.
Eh.
All right. I guess the first thing we're going to be talking about is the woolly mammoth thing. So this for context, Waffle. Me, I'm going to say this Hunter and OneXshotT. We
One shot.
we all have a same history class together, and our our in the very start of the class, we do this thing where we watch a video on YouTube, and it's like the news, basically. It's CNN 10, and we saw this, or we are hearing about scientists that are trying to bring back woolly mammoths.
Yeah.
And one of the things that they said in it was, "What are your thoughts on scientists bringing back woolly mammoths?"
What are my thoughts?
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, I'd say not bring it back. I would say more of how to like what it what was what did they eat back then? What did they do back then? How was like you could also find like DNA on them, see what they did. We can get more information about them, and
Mhm.
we can also see maybe I don't really think about bringing them back, but definitely doing research on them.
See, my favorite thing about the woolly mammoth research is I'm gonna pull up a picture here. They mixed DNA with the woolly mammoth with a mouse, and come on, just look at the little guy. He's so fluffy. My problem with it though is that they didn't really do much research with how they can handle in cold environments or in any other environment at all. So, like the entire research just might go down to hell if they don't do anything right.
Well, yeah, but isn't that kind of just like the start? Like they're just
It,
beginning to do that. So I mean, they're probably gonna do that later. And if they don't, then I'm in agreement that that shit will just crumble.
yeah. So that's my stance on it is kind of wonky because yeah, I'm thinking they probably shouldn't bring it back, but at the same time they should explore more with combining DNA and seeing how it can either greatly or negatively affect future generations of creatures.
Yeah. Well, and also I think we could probably make like descendants from that too, like
That's
over
all I'm
time.
thinking.
Like,
Now, of course, we all know that they can't make the exact woolly mammoth, which we should
yeah,
be grateful for because I don't think we would want those things roaming the earth.
real.
But getting something close to that could be debatable. Interesting topic to stay on. And then, of course, Water God over there in a rave. Uh,
Yeah.
My thing's broken.
Bro looks like he's at the club.
Dude,
Water God, more like Rave God. That was cringe. I'm sorry.
I mean, I can show you this.
Oh God, heaven,
I
God, is
actually
that you?
don't know why it's doing this. That's worse. I want a good one,
Yeah,
but there's.
dude.
I think my thing's too old. There we go. Okay, now. All right, I'm sticking with red.
Bro. Okay, never mind. We're
Um,
good.
What happened
Hunter,
to
what is
Herbal?
your thought on it?
What?
What is your thought on the subject?
I mean, I don't really care because like I don't I don't feel like it can really affect too much. And at that point, that's all that I really think about on something certain stuff like this. But I mean, it's definitely cool. It's really neat that they can do that and try that out. But as Zandy said, um, there's no way that they're gonna fully bring it back, right? But it's kind of good at the same time that they can't do that.
I don't mean to continue on my little rant, but we also got to keep in mind if they manage to make a scientific outbreak with remaking the woolly mammoth, who's to say that they're not going to be stupid enough to? Yeah, hear me out. The smart guys are going to be stupid enough to bring back something hella dangerous and lose control over it.
Yeah.
Dress
Well, that's one of the things with the woolly mammoth is that it's like a big ass fucking creature, and we already know by elephants because
Yeah,
they're really similar to elephants, and elephants are strong as shit. Like they can just cook you, like
They're like
absolutely
8
crush you.
tons,
Yeah, exactly.
and
They can just
if
crush you.
and I'm
and if
pretty sure there's.
iterations of the woolly mammoth are correct, they are aggressive.
Exactly. And maybe that DNA can affect species that DNA is transferred to. and that
Yeah.
in turn makes them aggressive.
My main concern is Ice Age predators, because if those guys were able to survive in that cold of an environment with
Yeah,
any
imagine
prey that
now.
was like, if one of those are made and happens to get out of containment, who's to say bullets are gonna work?
My thoughts, they will be cool enough if they actually did came back, but it would not fit in the environment we have today. Because I mean, they're only here during the coldest times of Earth, and if they
Mm.
did bring them back, they have to put them in Antarctica because there's no other place that's because if they say they were here in America, if they walked around outside, they would die of heat stroke because it's not a cold environment. Um, some places you do get cold winters, but during the summer, it's not good for them.
Especially desert places like
Yeah, like
Nevada. Nevada's
Texas, Nevada.
fun fact in case you guys didn't know. Nevada is the driest state in America. If
Yep,
woolly mammoths were here, they would die.
yep.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely destroyed.
Another thing is too, they we need a predator for them because if there's no predator that can kill them, their population could increase and they
And
can eat up
destroy
all the
that
food.
environment.
Yeah, destroy their own environment and they'll die anyway. I mean, there's not really any predators for the elephants already, but
Well, I mean, keep in mind, poachers exist, which kind of, in a percentage, control that population.
yeah. But also, uh, I'm pretty sure they're called mastodons as well. But
But
their their hide is so thick that they are. It's like they're wearing like, or they're a tank. They're a tank. So even if there was poachers, it would kind of take a lot of ammunition, something probably America already has already to this day. But mastodons are like twice as big, and their tusk, they're like twice as long, like all white.
see, something else to think about is that humans during that timeline, they hunted these guys.
Yeah.
What were
In
like
large
fur their
groups.
fur and yeah, in large groups. But keep in mind, they had spears and bows,
Even like that didn't do as much. If you look at
and
stories
that
of it
didn't even do as much. But yet they still beat them.
Bareback.
without
I
casualties.
Well, we wouldn't know if it's without casualties. Keep in mind that's like 1,000 years ago.
Yeah. And during that time, they still had dogs. They had dogs during that time.
Yeah,
Um, I'm trying to think of like one of the most known predators or something that will actually take on a woolly mammoth. There's like the saber-toothed tigers. Um,
just thinking about Ice Age right now.
I am. I was thinking about that, but I'm actually going off like other things that would actually take on a mammoth. Um, there's not really a lot, and to this day, I still can't think anymore. Like, if they're gonna be in Antarctica, the only thing that's gonna challenge them is gonna be like a polar bear, and the polar bear's gonna be like
And
three
even
times smaller.
then, yeah, no, those guys are small compared to some as big. Well, excuse me, it's not as big as a woolly mammoth.
Yeah. But overall, it's just my thought on it. It'll be cool to like see, but if they do, keep them in a zoo and limit their population.
Yeah,
Like keep them under 100.
I definitely want to see more of the woolly mouses, though.
They're like they're like
But
the fur. They're like hamsters with their fur.
Yeah, no, they're so fluffy. I want to see more of them.
Yeah, those will
That is
definitely
something we
thrive
need in our lives.
because their smaller bodies will be perfect for like America during the winter. And there's some places even during summer that are still kind of cold. Like Colorado gets cold. I think actually Washington also gets cold from time to time.
Yeah. Real quickly, going back to where the mammoths would live. When you think of places like Canada, sure, they don't have those natural predators, but they have things like moose. And you know how big moose
Yeah,
are.
moose are like the size of buses.
Yeah, and they're strong as hell.
Yeah.
You hit one with a car, the car is gone,
But you're saying
and they're
those as
still
like
walking.
another opponent to fight?
Yeah, like
I'm not
for
gonna lie, that
territory,
is
because you know
like
how territorial those things get.
moose or I
Moose,
was thinking meese for a sec.
moosin.
Moosin, yeah, I forgot. But a moose fighting a mammoth is like a dog against a cat.
True.
It's, I mean,
They have their
Well, in size comparison, yeah, but keep in mind with how tough moose are
they are, but I mean,
and how quick they can get.
yeah, they're pretty fast. But it's just the sheer size and strength of a woolly mammoth doesn't compare
Yeah,
to a moose. It it's such a uh it's unfair advantage, and it's just like it's the moose will probably be too scared to do it anyway. But most moosin are not say all of them are friendly, but they don't care.
yeah.
They'll see a car, they're like, okay, car, I'll lick the windshield and get like berries on it, and
I
then
love
just
seeing pictures of the broken car for that shit. It's so because it's like the car is just absolutely destroyed, like completely totaled. And then you look at the moose and they're fine. Like it's
Yeah,
like how the fuck?
scary as hell, dude. That's why I never want to come across a moose.
they're good to look at a distance, but
I
I've
never
I've
want to
seen
be in the
some on
range
a
of
road
10 feet
trip,
of one.
but I didn't get close to them. They're sitting on the edge of a road or laying there.
uh, Hunter, do you have anything else to say about thoughts on it?
The silence is
I'll take that as a
speaking
no.
silence.
Oh god.
Waffle, how about you?
No, not really.
All right,
Yeah, no, this a
we can switch to the next
good
subject.
ending.
Next subject is gaming.
I have an immediate question off rip about this new subject
All right.
for each person here. Um, I know almost all of your favorite games. So I would like to the reason on why you like your favorite game. And for you, Waffle, and if you haven't heard the other people's, then ask or just say it when while you're saying what your favorite game
We'll get
or
to
why
it.
your favorite game is your favorite.
And we'll ask him like what's his favorite game and stuff, all that. So we'll get there. Which we can actually start on him first. So we're on the same
Right.
level. Waffle, what is your favorite game and why?
Um, my favorite game probably would be War Thunder. I
Mhm.
just really like it because ever since I was a kid, I've been obsessed with like airplanes and all that. And as I got into War Thunder, I kind of got into it. I also like how the tanks. I like how realistic it is, and how if your tank is actually able to survive, but it can also explode after it's been hit due to ammo racking. So I find that very cool and realistic.
Um,
There was this game I remember when I was a kid called Top Gun Hardlock. I played the demo of it. It was really fun, but I seen so many bad reviews about the game when it fully came out. I'm like, I don't want to play it. But if you guys, if you know Top Gun, then you should know how cool that shit is.
Top Gun's
and the fact that they
awesome.
made a game out of it.
Um, Honestly, I forgot your favorite game, Xander.
See, it's hard to ask a gamer what their favorite game is
Someone who does play video
because
games.
I can go down a list of specific genres, specific styles of games that I personally enjoy, but to pick a top one, it's kind of difficult. But if I had to pick a top favorite, it would probably be Skylanders Spyro's Adventure. For the reasoning being, well, of course, it was the first Skylanders game I played. If you guys remember what Skylanders was, it's a Toys to Life video game that you put little action figure dudes
On a little base.
on the portal, and it's a story based game. It's really fun when you're tiny, and it's still fun to me these days. Real quickly, let me get a
Do you still play it?
general picture. I do and I don't. Main problem is because, well, with my incident, I haven't had access to my Skylanders. Real quickly, for those that don't know, this is Skylanders. Hopefully, I don't get viruses. I don't know. My favorites, of course, is Spyro's Adventure. I just said that. But the general basis of the game is you need to fight darkness and restore the core of light. Let me see if I can get a good picture. But here's a little list of the first Skylanders. Elemental Skylanders, nothing too exotic, but the main antagonist is this dude Chaos. Little, I don't know,
Haven't seen that face in
15-year-old
a while.
child. Uh, Basically the ruler, quote unquote, of Skylands, when in reality is not. But basically, he is literally the most powerful being in the first game. And over the series of the games, like Giants, Swap Force, Trap Team, uh, he had still sustained the main status of, or the status of the main antagonist. It's a really fun game. It's really large on the story. Side quests are nice, and the fact that you have so many different interactions with any different Skylander just makes the game a whole lot more interesting to collect upon and play. So there's one more thing. There's one more thing. I forgot what it is. Um no, that's pretty much it. That's why I like Skylanders the best.
I never played Skylanders, but weren't the figures like really expensive?
Hmm.
It depended on the figure, it and on where you bought it from. For me, it was 9 times out of 10 it's really expensive, especially nowadays.
Yeah.
For Skylanders can go up to like 1,000, maybe even more dollars just for one figure.
Ah, damn.
Depending on a specific, like, you know how with Pokemon cards, some are incredibly rare, very limited production, and all that jazz.
Yep.
So there's Skylanders like, especially in the most recent game in 2016, Imaginators. Those were really expensive, even for the base ones.
Yeah, I remember buying the Skylander figure. That was like $40.
Yeah, no, they
This is
really
one good.
expensive. But you know what? For a collector like me, that is worth it.
That's me and my Gundam over here.
Oh yeah.
And like my Gundams are like the ones I buy are like $20 to $100. Most of them are like 60.
We'll see. Most people's argument with Gundam over Skylanders is Gundam is cool.
Well,
So,
someone like saying Skylander's like you child.
well, see, that's the thing though. People still like grown adults still collect
My
Skylanders,
grandma
and it's
does.
really cool. I enjoy Skylanders so much. It's such a cool aspect, and giving that the fact that they're the first Toys to Life game with Disney Infinity coming in second,
I'm gonna
it
have to say
was
I think it was Nintendo that it was the Nintendo universe. Uh, Nintendo did this thing. They had like same thing like the Skylanders like pad thing. We could put the characters on it. I
Mhm.
don't remember the name of it. I could probably look for it. But it was basically like Skylanders. You put random figures you want, and you just what's it called? You just did whatever you want. It was like a free roam game, and I can't find it, but
Sorry, I lied. Funkies is the first Toys to Life game in 2007. I have never heard of this. This is what the. Oh, I want to show you guys what I'm looking at. What is this? Funkies. I mean, they look dumb, but at the same time, for an old game, these look really cool. Um, yeah, but I looked it up. According to AI review, Funkies released in 2007, followed by Skylanders and then Disney Infinity.
oh,
Um,
Affinity. Oh, that's what it was called. I thought it was Nintendo Universe.
I was just talking about that.
Disney
But
Infinity?
yeah, no, Disney Infinity. It was really fun. I played it. You with specific characters that you bought, you can get entirely different stories, and plus with the aspect that you can do whatever you wanted.
Play every Marvel character, DC character,
Mm-hmm.
like uh Mickey Mouse,
You
Bonnie,
had the
all of them.
Incredibles. You had Cars. You had
Cars.
Baymax. I think
Cars was the best. Cars was the best.
I had so much fun with the Cars.
Playing as Mater with the weapons is awesome. The
So
races
cool,
were
dude.
awesome. Um, Skylanders was a
One
fun
thing
game. I
One
played
thing I
all of
remember
them.
doing in Disney Infinity, I there's this game mode. I forget what it's called, but it's basically where you guys know how in Mario Party with the
Oh,
one game where you roll
Thunderdome.
the dice and then shoot cannon at castle.
Oh, yeah.
It was
Cannon at
basically
Castle
that.
Caveman at.
I actually heard
Listen,
games like
I'm
that.
just describing. It was one of my favorite things to do, and minus the part with rolling the dice, you literally you and one other person just shoot cannonballs at one of your castles, and just basically the first one to fall wins. I was like 6 at the time, so it was really fun. I'm gonna be honest, it's probably still gonna be fun if I try that again.
Those days were the fun days.
Oh yeah.
I remember
Nostalgia carries.
when I played the Skylanders, I used to get like one strong character,
Mm,
like the stock strong, and I'll buy like four of them. Because with the figure, you can have like they have their own little chip, like all their lives. And
yeah,
if you like die in that figure, you can get another one, put it on,
of
and
the
you have
same
a new
figure.
life.
Yeah.
And it was like it was a little bit of like exploiting, but it was they didn't do anything about it. It
See,
wasn't
with that,
online.
it's uh, see, funny thing, they actually made an online racing mode for superchargers,
Uh,
which Skylanders Superchargers and Skylanders Imaginators are kind of of the franchise. Thank you, Activision. Uh, something I've realized with Activision, they've been kind of flunking with their recent games.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
they
would
really
say
have.
since 2018, 2019, they've been kind of falling off.
Um,
It's not me hating, it's just like they're releasing
Break back
games
spot.
every
Break
single
back.
year, and 9 times out of 10, they're not even good. And they're running out of ideas too. You guys see the new Modern Warfare?
yeah, that's what they're
Yeah,
making is
it's
a
just a
Call of
repeat.
Duty.
It's literally just a repeat. No new, no truly new things. That's not the word I was looking for, but you guys get my point.
Yeah, that's
Sad to
the
see
the
something as
main
great as
game. It's just Call of Duty, and if they stop doing Call of Duty, then they're just a regular game company, average just like
Yeah.
everyone else. That's the only reason why they're not like they're more. I guess you could say that's the only reason why they're unique is because they got Call of Duty. There's really no other uh company that has a realistic. I don't. I'm not gonna say realistic. It's not that realistic, but a game like Call of Duty.
Zombie Hitler.
Actually, I'm not gonna say there is another game with Hitler. It's a sniping game, and you still snipe Hitler.
Oh yeah.
Sniper Elite
George Bush.
Resistance, isn't it?
I think it is Sniper Elite. I played it, but
It's Sniper Elite. I
It's
know
definitely
that.
Sniper Elite, yeah, but I don't know which one.
I'm gonna be honest. I've never heard of that game before.
You've never heard
really,
of Sniper
I've
Elite?
never played it,
I've
but
never heard of
Sniper
it
Elite is
until now.
actually pretty big.
Sniper Elite's pretty good. My opinion.
I'm definitely gonna need to look at it.
There's also Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs is actually Watch Dogs is probably the most realistic like first person shooting game. Also third person, but mostly first person. It's made by what's it called? Is it actually made by what's that one company that made Rainbow Six Siege? Ubisoft.
Uh, was it?
Yeah, but Watch Dogs is yeah, here I can
Yeah, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. It was.
was it Watch Dogs?
Yeah, Ubisoft made Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege and
Yeah,
also Watch
Watch
Dogs.
Dogs. But I'm pretty sure there's actually another game because I don't. I'm now taking it back. I don't think it was Watch Dogs. I think it was something else that my dad played. Maybe it was probably Watch Dogs. I don't know. But it's definitely a Rainbow Six or not Rainbow. Um, Ubisoft
Ghost Recon?
game. Yes, Ghost Recon.
Alright.
That's the
Because my
most
dad also
realistic
used to
shooting game.
Ghost Recon's fun as fuck, lucky.
Yes, on God. You're traveling a whole island, and it takes like 30 minutes to get from one side to the other. And you can take a boat, you can run it, you can do all that shit. It's so realistic.
See, while we're on the topic of Ubisoft, I've noticed with all of their games they're hella glitchy at times, and they, as fun as
What
they are,
games?
they got games like Uno, for instance, because they made it was the Uno.
Never
But
played
there's
it.
also I don't know if you guys have heard about it, but it's called The Crew 2,
Oh,
and it's a car guy game basically. My brother got me into it. Here, let me hold up. Crew 2. It's a really fun game. I played it semi constantly until the Crew Motorfest came out. And basically, you get the entirety of America to drive around in whatever car you want, as long as you get it. And it's online too, so you can race against your friends, against random people. You can do things like put Bumblebee in the middle of the sky. Um,
there's a Transformers scene.
like you can customize all your cars. You can do so much things with them, and you can be. It's not even just the cars. It's also planes. I'm pretty sure there's choppers, boats,
Yeah.
and motorcycles.
I like how we're like basically shouting out a game.
Yeah.
We're
Hold on.
like
Let
saying
me.
how fun this game is, like what they can do.
With the Crew Motorfest, you go to Hawaii, and my most favorite thing about this game is, well, for starters, the high quality and the high graphics, but keep in mind the Crew too, really glitchy. They got this vintage garage. It is so cool. It basically it's kind of like it's kind of like Disney Infinity in the sense that you can go do whatever you want. There's different types of races, there's different types of cars you can get as rewards for completing specific story or quests. It's ignore the dog in the background if you can hear him. Um, yeah, no, it's really fun. I would recommend it, but it does get pricey. But yeah,
You guys know my favorite game. Waffle, I don't think you do, but Darksiders.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I can show you guys. Darksiders, I love it because it's kind of medieval. It's horses, swords.
That the
This,
headless horseman.
no,
Uh,
that's
I didn't see
war.
the head. That's
But like, you get to fight.
Yeah, that cloak's kind of hiding that head there.
yeah.
You get to fight giant winged bats that talk to you. Um,
When the Dungeons and Dragons.
um, my favorite character is definitely this guy. He's the strongest out of all of them, and there's so much
Mm.
like lore that goes into it in the story. What's his name? So the whole story, it starts off with like war is this happening between humans, devils, or demons, and the angels. This guy is being blamed for it because he was called, but then when he gets in trouble for it, they say that there was no call made, so it basically brought to Earth to do nothing.
Mm.
And then there's her, this guy, and this guy. All three of them are just trying to fight just to bring peace. Um, Definitely the one who does the most is definitely Death, but it's just the game concept with all the lore. It's so detailed. There's a
It's
lot of like
kind of giving Warframe, but like a completely different style. I don't know if that makes sense.
This isn't a diss, but it reminds me of kind of like WoW a little bit in terms of like the design for the characters.
I can see that.
like
It looks like a fun game though. I don't think I've ever actually played it.
oh, it's a very fun game. It is on the difficult side though. Like this is just the first boss, and she is like crazy strong. But the bosses you see in Darksiders 2 is like double double the difficulty. This guy is the main uh, villain we tried to defeat. He's the last boss. It's not that strong, but we get
Mm.
like this guy who's massive. There's another guy. There's Gorn. He's a good, not good guy. He's an awesome looking boss. We got a giant spider that hunts you around in like a dark cave. You can't see anything. You have to basically just rely on just timing. There's
Oh,
like a lot. There's a lot. I'm trying to find. There's another boss that's really. This boss I had the most difficult on because his attacking style was so weird that all you had to do was like just dodge and be basically a pussy the entire boss fight. You have to dodge so much. You get a short time amount to attack, and you were just unable to do much. This guy, though, my dad had trouble beating him, but when I first went up against this guy, he was not hard at all. It's because this guy attacks very slow, and um, his health is like not that much, but his weapon is like hella strong. It's probably the strongest like weapon in the game. It's more pictures of this guy, but it's overall my favorite game because I played it since I was a little kid, and just
Honestly, I feel like the best games come from when you were a child.
yes, definitely.
Absolutely, and it kind of goes back to when I said nostalgia carries.
Yeah.
When you go back to that game, it has a really big impact. For example, earlier this week, actually, I went back into Titanfall 2. One of my favorite games to ever exist, like in my top 10 list. And that game, I went back and low key, first cutscene where you see BT and shit. Oh my god, dude, I was almost leaping, bro. I was going crazy.
Yeah, that's definitely a huge factor. It really sucks though when you play old games frequently because you start to lose that nostalgia effect,
Yeah,
And
like
also when you
Minecraft.
become like too good at it, and then it's like I'm so good at it,
that's
it's
another
just
thing,
it's
dude.
boring.
When you get too good, and
It
you go
becomes
back and you're like,
boring.
shit.
But then you
See, with
actually start like doing something that makes it more difficult. Like with Darksiders, you can have your own class, you can have your own armor, and in Darksiders, if you get too good at it, you can just like you can beat the game without even getting armor, the strongest weapons, just stock on everything and try to beat the boss. That's the only way.
Anyways, I'm the only one who hasn't said. So my favorite game is easily Dark Souls. It absolutely blows the competition away from me. And
mm,
for those who don't know, Dark Souls is just a basically a really hard game that
It's like Darksiders in a way, but it's been
you're
built
set
just
through
like
your
it.
own path, or and not like your own that you can choose, but like a set path for the story. And you find weapons dropped from these people or whatever. And as you progress, you can put stat points into your shit to make your class fire. But what really made me love it is number one, the difficulty, and number two would have to be ever since I first started playing games as a kid. It was my first idea of like what a game would be like when it comes to the basic controls. Because Dark Souls has really easy controls, so it's hard to like master that the combat
yeah,
system. And so when I first played, I was like, "This shit is just like like what I used to think games would be like, but it's hard." So I'm like low key, this is fire. But the way they do the lore is kind of weird, and I'm not a big lore guy, but having the lore in the item descriptions across so many different items that don't really tie into other things, but you need to puzzle. It's like a puzzle piece. Each item has a piece to the lore puzzle, and not even the whole thing hasn't even been figured out yet for the normal Dark Souls games, which is crazy. But easily favorite game. The whole series is good.
what would you
Besides two,
say your favorite installment of Dark Souls is?
easily the first one. It's I'd say it's the easiest one because everything's a lot slower. It's slow paced. It's still hard though, especially with the hitboxes. The hitboxes are a little unfair and wanky, but
Mm,
it and it was the first one I played too, so that nostalgia carries. But three would easily have to be my second in the trilogy, my second favorite in the trilogy, because it has so much variety.
agree.
You have so much armor variety, you have so much weapon variety, and so you could just do random combos with the dumbest shit ever, which was awesome. And then two is just a buggy mess. It's not bad, but comparing it to the other games, it's not good.
Mm. Honestly, I don't mean to be the one that switches the topic, but I think we've had a pretty good discussion on gaming.
I agree.
Um,
Yeah, I would say we did.
does
So
anything?
what's next? Food? Oh, speaking of food, I am starving. I did not eat anything since I got home.
So we do have 15 minutes left. Um,
Shit, really? I thought we were going to 45.
it was we agreed on 30, but I'm thinking of how much time we'll have left. Because if we talk about food,
Oh yeah, we're gonna be here for a little bit.
um, I say let's skip food. Let's just do content creating. Because three of us do content creating, and if Hunter wants to do it.
All right,
Um,
that's fine.
so
Yeah,
we're
that's
gonna
fun.
start off of like what made you start it. How do you feel about it, and like
Yeah.
just whatever from there.
Can can I start this conversation? Because I've been with my main thing. I've been watching content for years upon years. I've been watching people like Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, all those famous dudes, PewDiePie, obviously. But there's even content creators that do such small things that really interested me because like I could do those things. And there's this one time I was watching Markiplier play Raft in the middle of my living room, and my dad's like, "Why would you watch people play games when you could play those games?" And I said it because I don't have the availability. So I'm pretty sure I in 2022, it was either 2022 or 2023, during Christmas, my dad gave me his PC, which gave me such a wide variety of games to do play from. And when I figured out how to set up actual content making devices, it started out slow, obviously, like all content creating journeys do. But over time, I built up a small fan base. I currently have 135 followers on Twitch. Not a lot, but in my eyes, that's so much people. And sure, I'm not getting famous overnight, but every single stream that I do is so much fun. It's such a new experience. I meet new people most of the time, and the ones that stick around, enjoy my content, I hang on to those guys, and uh, it's a definitely a journey that I would recommend for people who have a lot of time on their hands but not a lot to do. It's really nice, really fun.
Yeah, when I was 12, I think, or somewhere around that age, um, I used to stream on Twitch pretty consistently, and it was because one of my friends who kind of helped me through Bloodborne kind of tied me into it a little bit after me and them played for a while, and it was fun. And as you've already said, you don't really get a lot of people for a little while, for a good long strip amount of time. So it is fun when someone joins because they're just chatting with you, you're chatting with them, and I do think that the community is straight up gone to shit on Twitch though, with all
Oh yeah, definitely.
the other bathtub streams and shit like that. Like, not it, to say the least. But I stopped after I think 4 months or something. I don't know, but and I haven't gone on since.
See, the main thing about creating content is you got to be very consistent with it
Yeah,
in order to keep a fan base. Something I've also seen is with people who have gotten so popular overnight. It's really it
Tends to
kind
be
of
a fluke.
yeah. Most people who grow so popular overnight, which is really what I'm scared of happening to me because I don't want to grow popular overnight. I want to take my time with
Gain
it
it.
and slowly, yeah, gain it, earn it.
yeah, I deserve it.
With people who get it overnight, like I don't want to sound rude or disrespectful, but people like Queso, people like uh,
Jinxie.
what was that other one?
Jinxie wasn't.
Jinxie is a good example.
No,
I used to
Jinxie.
see,
It he was a. It's
He's been doing it for a while, but like
but no
somebody was
him
watching his
and
stream, they
Queso.
clipped him, and
Queso
then
like
he
did
just got
one
famous real
thing.
fast.
Queso did one thing and instantly gained a lot. Jinxie he actually kind of gained it. Like
yeah,
he played Rainbow Six Siege. He was like a really good player. He's a grand champion I think it's called in Rainbow. So people want to see a pro play the game. Well, like so that's why people start coming in very fast while he's actually streaming. But Queso he gained it like overnight.
The
He well
difference the real difference between Jinxie and Queso is that Jinxie already had some status that immediately promoted his stuff,
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
he already
he
had quite a
earned that
bit.
status though. So he's not in that. Queso though, he's literally all
There
his
was
content is just on how he's fat. That's it.
Jinxie, he was more later, while Queso was like the very start of his career.
yeah.
Yeah.
There was this other dude. I was seeing him on YouTube Shorts with clips. I forget what his name is, but I don't see him at all anymore. It's that's also what scares me because if you get popular overnight, you're gonna get that for like I don't know a year tops, and then everyone's just gonna slowly forget about you. Like sure, there'll still be the people who watch your content, but
Most of
you're
them.
Gonna
it's not
decline.
gonna feel yeah, it's gonna feel really declined.
And it's not gonna feel special.
Exactly. It doesn't feel like you earned it. It feels like it was just a waste of your time. It
Feels like what
well,
you've built up has gone to like it's just gone to waste.
Diminished, yeah.
exactly. I would bring up topics about celebrities, but I feel like if we go down that rabbit hole, I might get Water God banned. So I'm not gonna do that.
Bro, I see the sudden face expression change on water.
There's
Slowly,
it
like what?
really depends on what you say because there's been a lot I have said on stream that probably would have gotten me canceled. Actually, no, I've been actually careful, but I've done a lot on stream.
Yeah,
So
no, that's where I'm kind of coming from because the same things happened with me. I remember one time I was in a call and some random person joined, said the N word hard R, and
Crazy.
I still got unbanned.
I
I
actually
would get into a oh sorry.
no, you go.
Alright. There was this one time on stream I was I'm not gonna get into specifics uh while people here are streaming, just because that this is a really not safe for work topic. Someone posted a link in my chat being like, "Hey, can you react to this game I made?" And
Oh, I can guess where that's going.
Yeah.
yeah, it did not end well.
Some 18 plus, I'm assuming.
Very. I would say 21 plus. Is
Oh,
thank God it didn't include any gore or any blood or anything like that. But I mean, if you guys want me to get into specifics, just ask. I really don't want to, but I'm more than happy to.
Nice, Joe.
nah.
But no, it goes back to my saying it. As long as you play your cards right, you can have shit happen and still be on like popular and going. Take what's his name? I show speed, for example.
Mhm. Okay, I was trying to look. I was trying to find a clip that I have said something so like out of pocket to one of my friends. I'll say it again, but that was probably like my biggest moment of like I've said something so bad. But the words were you get older and fuck a blind bitch.
What?
I don't know why I said that. I was with
Just
my close
like,
friends.
what?
I was with close friends.
That's
I
what?
deleted the clip, I think. I probably still have it on my phone.
It's crazy.
But I said it just because it was the moment we're talking about, but I forgot I was streaming. I'm like, oh damn. But I didn't clip me saying that. I clipped what happened after, and I was playing War Thunder, and I smacked him to the ground because I was blinded by clouds. But it really depends what you're gonna say because it's probably not worse what I have said before.
I know I've said some pretty out of pocket shit too.
I think everyone is to some degree.
I'm certain everyone has to some degree.
Um, I guess I might go. My my first video I ever made back when I was like, though I first moved to Nevada, so back during like 2020, 2019.
Mm.
And I always watched YouTube before that. Well, not always. I watched like I was a normal child. I watched like SpongeBob. I watched like Titans Go. But when I started watching YouTube, my dad kind of didn't like it. He's like, "Why are you watching like other people play video games? Why don't you do that?" I'm like, "All right." So maybe my first video, what did my dad tell me? No, delete it. I'm like, okay.
Absurd.
He told me to do something, but then said, "No, don't do it." Um, but then it got to when I was going to North Valleys, and I started working on my YouTube career. I didn't do it as well. The way I recorded was I put my phone in front of my TV on a stand and I just recorded. So like
I know that exact feeling.
That's how I used to watch
Because
videos as I was grinding.
I don't have a capture card. So back when I did games on the PlayStation 3, I always put my webcam propped up against a mini fridge that I used to have before I sold it. And I played games like the Michael Bay Transformers, Skylanders.
The game is fire, by the way. I remember playing that when I was younger. It's
People don't like it for some reason,
Transformers?
and it's so funny. The Michael Bay Transformers here.
I have it. I
Yeah.
actually still have it. I have a whole
yeah, like the
I have two
OG
of them.
Transformers, the game.
I gave it to my uncle, and he still hasn't given it back, which honestly I'm kind of disappointed about because I still haven't beaten it.
Darker the Moon was also a fire Transformers game.
The funny thing is, the only one that I played was the first one.
Do you have like a old gen console like PS3 or Xbox 360?
Not in my possession. I used to. I had an Xbox 360, a PS2, PS3, uh, Wii U, Sega Dreamcast. I could get in the whole spiel of all the consoles that I used to have, but
Well, if you ever get something like that, play Darker the Moon.
I
'Cause that
definitely
game,
will.
fire. For how old it is, the Transformers graphics are fire.
See that's also kind of the thing. If you look at the graphics, the older you get, yeah, they look good, but they also look like they came out of a what's a good it's a good uh oh, I remember this fight. You guys remember fighting Barricade as Bumblebee? That was so
Bro, yeah,
annoying.
him doing the
That was
spinning.
so
Oh
annoying.
my god.
It was so cool, but so annoying.
Dude, look at how like all the Darker the Moon ones. You got Soundwave on the left, bottom left. You got
Was this
Maggitron.
one?
You got my boy
Oh, there he is.
Optimus. That's Rise of the Dark Spark, bro.
That's
That
right.
that game
What
that
the
game
hell?
was trash compared to War and Fall of Cybertron. Just saying that.
Dude, the fall of Cybertron. I
Fire.
cannot get
Absolute
over how
fire.
good that game is. Hold on. Hold on. For those who, for some reason, don't know Fall of Cybertron or the game series of that, it is
I'm not Fall of
so
Cybertron. I'm
good.
a fan.
The story is so amazing, and you get to play as so many different characters.
Did
My
you play as
autism is
Grimlock
kicking in
in
because
War?
it's so good. I
Oh no, no, it was
didn't.
Fall. It was Fall. Dude, playing Grimlock, I encountered a glitch while playing it. So um, what's the Insecticon that fucking speaks so weird?
Scorponok?
Uh, yeah, Scorpion.
Or
Oh, I think so. But
are you talking about like any of
wait, no,
the
that's in Beast Wars, isn't
yeah, I mean no, during even the regular
Uh,
Transformers there were still
it?
bugs.
Yeah,
There was like
yeah,
Sharp Shot,
kickback.
Kickback.
yeah. So that
I actually
not
had him as action
I
figure.
get, I hate that guy's voice, but at the same time I love it. So
Wait,
when he's on the pillar and you
wait.
gotta fight the bugs and shit.
Yeah.
So in your Grimlock and then you just unlocked your transformation. There was a glitch to where I would kill all the enemies and I looped like it looped over and over and over again. I think about 30 times. I killed like 30 to 40 waves of enemies, and then he finally loaded into the cutscene where he dips.
Mhm.
I'm like, really, dog? Like, I've been doing the same shit for a good like 10 minutes. Like, what's going on here?
quickly going back to the Michael Bay Transformers game, the cutscenes in this game were so funny to me.
Goofy. Yeah,
They were
hella
so
goofy.
goofy because there's one scene where I'm pretty sure you are Barricade in the Decepticon. You are you're one of the Decepticons. You see some of the Autobots coming in, and you're like, I got a dip. It's so sudden. There's no action in it. It's just beat the shice out of Bumblebee and then be like, I got a dip.
Gotta go.
You know what story was so annoying to me in the Autobot mission while Bumblebee was in Sector 7?
Yeah.
That was
Dude,
so annoying.
I hate it when the drone would just like go around. Especially because it's like relatively early and I still haven't really gotten control of the driving mechanics. And so I
Yeah,
would fly around the corner, ram myself into the into one of the walls, and then it'd be halfway across the map, and then I'd lose the mission. Like, really? You gotta be fucking with me.
another mission that was really annoying to me is the Megatron, uh, the battle where you need to fight. Both battles, Optimus Prime's battle with all the Decepticons, and Megatron's battle with all of the Autobots. It was so annoying, both of them, because with characters like Ironhide, dude, what the hell? Why are
Uh,
they so OP on the other team?
Another thing about that game that's really cool is since it was based off of well, not based off of, but when it came out, it was just the first Transformers Michael Bay movie, and so
Yeah,
they didn't show Soundwave yet, or not Soundwave, Shockwave, and so they made the helicopter Shockwave, which was really cool because it looked really G1, and the fact they tried to make like a version of that just for the game was really cool, really neat.
this is definitely a good subject to get back onto with gaming, but
Yeah,
we're talking about
so
content
absolutely.
creating. Sorry to get off subject there.
Um, alright, I guess I might as well continue. I did YouTube until like 2023, and then I started streaming because I wanted to be live because I wasn't the best at doing YouTube because I mean, when you first start YouTube, you don't really gain as much like you do on TikTok or Twitch. But and that's not what I was just trying to go for. I wasn't trying to be famous. I was just doing because I was bored. Like every single
Yeah,
one of my titles in my streams is just bored. I don't care about the fame. I don't care about like people gifting something. I just stream because I'm bored. I might as well because I'm not going to do anything with it. And
that's
and voice clips.
oh, dude, the voice clips, they're always the
Like
funniest.
clipping something with my voice included. Like when I clipped on Xbox, it didn't get my voice in it, and I didn't like it because I want my reaction to it as well. Like if I did something amazing, I want my reaction, but I'm like, okay, I can't do that.
There
But
was this
then
one time. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
um but then when I got to Twitch, I'm like, oh, I can do that now. So I started doing it. And I'm where I'm at now, and then I'm trying to work to affiliate so I can get channel points in so I can get challenges.
They're so fun. Let me tell you, as a person who is an affiliate, they're so fun.
It's a thing too. Twitch doesn't give me my affiliate. I swear to God. You need minimum 30 or not 30, 3 viewers. I've had that for like so long, but Twitch does not give it to me.
There's like four other factors. You need to
You need 50 followers and you
have
need to stream
50
24 hours a month.
followers. It's 24 hours. Let me look at the affiliate thing. And it's weird because over time you got to do it a lot to get the average of 3. But as soon as I got that, it took like 2 weeks before they're like, "Oh wait, you're an affiliate now."
Yeah, and there's like been times where I like had 6 consecutive viewers like for 2 days, and I'm like, where is it, bro?
Yeah, you have
And
to reach 50 followers, stream for 8 hours, stream on 7 different days, and average 3.
um, but it's the only reason why I want affiliate is for the channel points, and I want to do the hydrate thing, and I want to put it at like 50 points, so like every single person is like
Dude, they
hydrated. So I'm like,
abuse
okay,
it. They abuse it.
dude, I
They
love
abuse
water.
it.
I told our fourth period class, I love water.
Like, water is the best drink. I
Like
am
literally,
not disagreeing.
right now, fucking.
But tell me, let me tell you something. If you are a person who takes every single channel point literally, they can spam it,
Yep.
and you're just chugging all of your drink.
Literally more than this. I'll hold a jug, like a milk carton jug, and I'll drink all that on stream.
I can confirm this because one of the streamers that I used to watch, who was more low end, I saved up hella channel points like over the course of like 2 months, and I redeemed them all at one setting.
It's kind of the same for me. There's
It was
a Twitch
crazy.
streamer I knew. I used to play with her, but her name is Keldana. Shout out to her, by the way. Such a fun person to be with. Anyway, every single time I would redeem hydrate, I got a trend to where every single time I'm in her stream, I'm sad that she hasn't streamed in a while.
You're cutting out there a little bit. You might have to repeat
My
what you
bad.
said, like the past 10 seconds.
Keldana, shout out to her. She would always drink with the water as soon as I would put hydrate, and I built this trend to where every single stream that I'm in, I read multiple times. It was always so funny. Another streamer I knew. This is getting off topic of the channel points, but there was this other streamer I knew. I don't remember his name, but he was such a cool guy to be in his streams. Let me see if I can find him. I'm not gonna pull him up just because Captain Scoob. That's his name. And there's this clip that I remember taking of him. He said to his chat, 5 gifted, and he rips his shirt off. I had the money. I gifted 5, and what do you know? He rips his shirt off. That's what I love about people who are invested in their content and enjoy making people laugh and have fun, just doing hilarious shit. And plus, you make money out of it. So
I guess Waffle. How about you? Like, how or why did you start streaming or doing content creating, and how's it going now?
Yeah. So I first started with an app called Mixer. I don't know if you guys remember that. It got shut down back in 2020. I used to stream on that all the time through Xbox. I had about 1,000 followers, and I would average like 200 viewers. And so I've changed my name several times in the past, from Waffle to I used to have a channel called Extreme Gamer. I had all different channel names. So when I told them to go follow this like my channel I have currently now, people got confused because I had to make several different accounts. So nobody actually came from over there. But I would say now, since I'm streaming Twitch, it's definitely a lot better. I have a lot better setup with a newer Xbox, a computer, so I can stream, and also have like my chat, who's following, how long I've been streaming for, and all that up. But the one thing I have with Twitch is definitely how the more popular people tend to be at the top than the people who are less popular tend to be at the bottom. And I know there is filters to change that, but Twitch kind of prioritizes the people who get a lot more views, who are a lot more popular in the community than people who are trying to do it for like as a hobby. Like I do it for a hobby. Some people make a living off of it. I just do it for a hobby. So
Can I cut
I
in?
mean, I'm not.
All right, so when I used to, because I used to watch streams a lot, and what I always used to do, especially while looking at Dark Souls streamers
You would
is I
always
would
go to like
immediately
the
filter.
lowest viewer.
Yeah, I would immediately filter down there because it's much funner to actually talk to the person than just seeing like the chat just fly, like it just go
Yeah.
nowhere. And
I
so
would always
so
do the same thing.
yeah, it's just more
I would
fun.
especially go to
Makes
the
you more
games
invested.
that people don't usually stream,
Like Dark Souls.
like Dark Souls, Skylanders,
No
FNAF.
one really streams Dark
Surprisingly,
Souls.
how little views games like FNAF gets.
Yeah.
It's how I
Yeah,
met some of
because like,
the cool streamers, though.
mhm. But like, it's also because like I enjoy when I'm active in the community and they're talking back to me. That's just like it's fun
Right.
because I get a response. I don't feel like, oh,
You don't
like,
feel like you're being ignored.
yeah,
At that point, you're just being like talked to, like you're having a genuine conversation at that point, which is
yeah, and
really
like,
fun.
and I can relate to them.
Yeah, exactly.
But like now, I will about the only people who I will get is Water, one who I haven't talked to since 2022, and one that hasn't been in for a while. And those are the people who usually come in for the views. So I don't really get a lot of views, I would say I get more people advertising like, "Hey, free viewers," or
Yeah.
"Join
Oh
this
yeah, the
Discord."
bots. Yeah.
Yes,
Like best
I
viewers
hate the
on
bots.
I just banned one
be-
earlier today,
best viewers at bitchless.com. Um
but I would say right now my content
What?
creator. What?
Sorry, it's something Water just said. What? It was
did you hear
best
me?
viewers at something dot
Bitchless.
com,
Bitchless.com.
bitchless.com.
Bitchless. It's always a different website too. It's like best viewers at like creamy.org. Best viewers at like wallet.org. I'm like, how many are there?
A lot
I'm pretty sure
apparently.
they got a website for the quote unquote best viewers at.
Yeah. I never
Yeah,
actually
but no,
pressed on one before because I
neither
knew
have I. I've never trusted them.
I always
I know.
banned them. Even the ones that are not really like not like scams like that. Like people are saying like I get ones that say like follow or add me on Discord and I can like play with you and stuff.
Yeah.
And but they always make like the bullshit like, oh yeah, you're my favorite streamer. I've been watching you for a while, but then you look at their account, it was made yesterday
Exactly.
or
Or
made
like,
today, like
cause
2 minutes
I
ago.
got one yesterday. Like, I'm not even kidding. I started my stream. Not even 30 seconds later, they said, "I really enjoyed watching your stream."
It's yeah, no, these guys don't know how to do scams.
And I actually do moderate. Like I moderate for a guy that Waffle knows. His name was What the World TV.
Ja, yeah.
Um, no, not Josh, but
I thought.
he he's kind of like he doesn't want me to ban them immediately, but he it's because he says that some of them do actually respond because they are bots or some could be like people. But I'm like, no, doesn't matter. Ban them, ban them.
Venom mods.
Which one actually I've banned before, not banned, but it wasn't a scammer, but he was just trying to like basically self promote his own thing. Wasn't really self promoting actually, now I think about it. He wanted to like or they wanted to help me customize my channel, like a custom background, a I'll be right back thing. And I didn't want to because I was fine where I was at. But he just kept
Yeah.
constantly just saying, like, come on, I got friendly prices. And I'm like, okay, one, no, I already said no twice, and you're asking like four more times. And you know when they're like kind of mad because they'll follow you and then you'll see your like number go like your follower can go from like 120 like 4 and then 2 seconds later 123 and like allow you unfollow me because I said no.
Yeah.
And that's where some people are like that, and it's annoying. It's
Mhm.
just like the scamming thing.
Yeah.
We are
So
15 minutes
silent.
past.
Well, I guess that's how we know the conversation's done.
Oh God.
I mean, I don't think there's really much more to add on to it.
No,
Me
I don't think.
tried that out.
Hey, look at that. We end on 45, basically.
Yeah.
What did I tell you? It was
44.
perfect. It was the perfect amount of time.
Yeah. Well, other than we didn't get the
I mean,
food
we
part,
did say food though.
We did skip food.
which
Yeah.
honestly, we basically said like it was different from like when we did. Oh yeah, the gaming. That's another thing we gotta tuck back on again. Um, but food, we did that already together, but would be good on stream. But I say like another time because I gotta
A
like
time
think
where
of
we like
things.
change our preferences or
Yeah,
forget what we put.
or have new ideas of with the food, and we definitely
Yeah.
need to plan it.
Well, this was fun.
Yeah.
I
What up?
actually do love discussing topics about stuff like this. I definitely look forward to doing it in the future.
I did too.
When I shut off stream, I'm gonna play White Guy Simulator, which is if you don't know, it's farming
What?
simulator. It's farming simulator.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
White Guy
oh, oh, oh.
Simulator is what it is.
Alright.
That's what it's
All
called.
right, right there.
I kind of needed context there.
But I'll definitely post a
Yeah,
video
yeah.
literally after I shut it up or turn off stream, and then I'll go back to streaming on my Xbox.
I'm gonna go back out to open mic.
I might. I'm gonna go get
Oh,
food and then hop on my
so much
VR with my
better.
buddies. So
There was a few times where I laughed, but I wasn't on because it's just, since I was on push to talk, it wasn't. It like it wouldn't go through.
yeah,
And I'm
that's
just
why I like open mic.
Yeah.
Sure, you catch all the background noises, shite,
which
but
I mean I have
there's
open
also
mic
funny
on.
moments
You
that you
didn't
get.
hear background
Yeah.
noise, didn't you?
See, for me, I have a really sensitive mic, so whenever I do a video or do a stream, you can always hear my PC.
I have that problem. Is your mic wired?
Yes,
That's one
That's
but
thing.
it's also a really sensitive mic. It can catch the faintest dog bark that even I can hear from my next door neighbor.
It's trying to suck when you hit the fart, huh?
What?
Surprisingly, whenever I stream, I usually don't need to do stuff.
I had, but I've never
It's
actually.
like it filters out.
Yeah, I'd
It's
never
like,
touched
oh,
it
I'm doing
before.
something. I'm just not gonna release gas or need to.
When I first got my PC, it came with a headset that like you had to attach to the PC. But
Yeah,
after like figuring out why is it like playing the background noise, it was like you can hear wind, you can hear colors through the mic,
yeah,
and I'm like wondering like what's going on, and then I wonder like I took off the mic. It was two cords, the headset mic, the wire for it, and then there was another set of wires that attached to the computer. And I take out the mic. I was still hearing the noise, and I take out the connector. And I'm like, oh, so it's shitty. And I have this mic now. I need to get a new one because this one is kind of staticky when I talk. It's good. Doesn't pick up background noise. Good
yeah.
sound quality, but um, it's a staticky mic. I don't know if you guys can say it's
I mean, I can
staticky,
kind of hear it, but
but I need to get a
I
better
used to
one.
have a mic exactly like it. People honestly preferred that. See, I'm a quote unquote Oh wow, you just bared
oh
the
my.
halo
Are we
from the
gonna get
angels.
irritated?
Oh god. But anyway, I'm a quote unquote professional. I
Thank the
have
Lord.
a high quality headset and a high quality microphone in separate things. So like I can walk downstairs, not be able to talk, but still be able to hear you guys because it's wireless. But my microphone is like on my desk, sitting down. and also have a high quality camera that I rarely use. I used to have a ring light. Then, oh god.
I got this for my Gundam. It's a magnifier, so I can see closer to things. Like if I'm like doing something with my fingers, like if I'm gluing something, it's like really small piece. Because like a lot of pieces I have to work with are actually like this tiny,
Yeah.
and that's where this thing comes to like in hand. And I haven't
Oh,
really
definitely.
used it that much, but the times I do use it, it's just blind. It's blinded. That
You know, Jack Jack Attack, a Disney short for The Incredibles. Jesus Christ.
I
The
got a
first
ton of things I can
beginning
blind you
scene
guys with.
reminded me of that. Anyhow, I'm a dip. I got stuff that
Yeah,
I'm gonna need to do.
I got
All
stuff
right.
Uh,
posed on you.
again, it was same time next week, or we can discuss on a different time.
We could
Maybe
do
I
it any
don't know.
day. Oh, we could do it this
Yeah,
weekend.
I'm
I
good.
don't
I'm
mind.
good with almost any day.
I'm pretty good.
All right.
Tight.
Well, I will catch you guys later. Have a good day.
Alright,
All right.
I'll link
Alright,
your
you too.
channel, both y'all's
See y'all
channels in the
later.
description.
Hell yeah.
I'll be
All right.
posting it today.
Later, guys.
Bye bye.
Try to be sneaky with that. All right, y'all. That was. I didn't see this guy. I didn't even see him. Ban evasion. That's weird. Is he? Yeah, banned him. I don't see that on my actually my phone. All right, but that was a good podcast. Uh, I don't know when we're doing the next one. They'll probably let me know when they actually feel like doing the next one, or I guess the second one. Definitely be something different. Um, but yeah. Thank you to Xander or OneXshot, my friend Hunter, who was the obsessed crook, and then Waffle. He, I didn't expect him to join. I was expecting my friend Josh to join, but never did, or he couldn't. Um, but yeah, I'll link their channels in description. I'll link, yeah, what's his name? Xander's YouTube and Twitch in description. Or maybe just the YouTube. I don't know if I could do the Twitch. I could try. Same thing with Waffles, but if I can't, then it'll probably be just like Xander's Twitch or YouTube. But yeah, I guess right now I'm gonna end stream. Probably go take a little break. Maybe get some water. I need a lot of water. Maybe get a snack. Uh, and then I'll probably hop on yeah, I'll definitely hop on my Xbox and play Farming Sim because I wanted to play Farming Sim yesterday, but I didn't because I didn't. But yeah, I guess I'll see y'all later.